Hi guys, look at these. I'm going to call them Gendlers. They are Guppy Endler hybrids. The yellow ones are the females, the colour ones are males. Now I've taken them out the other tank purely because the cycle was basically done on this tank. However, I needed to sort of add a little bit to it. And what I mean by add a little bit to it is I stopped dosing them ammonia, and within a day the ammonia and nitrite dropped to 0 and the nitrates went through the roof. So done a 90% water change, and it's basically over. Now I do put this down to fluval cycle being done. It's not super fast, but it's accurate. As you can see, there's a bigger Nubius there, which is doing really well. Tiger Lotus is fantastic coloured. It's like the lights are just coming on. They're programmed to come on at 12, go off at 8. At least that way people get it. I have been putting, a shrimp. There is a shrimp in there. Look at the colours on that one. Gorgeous, aren't they? I have been putting some other stuff in there. Using root tabs, by CCAM, and some other tablets, mainly peat balls as well. And as you can see, the diatoms are starting to clear up. And there's a few die off on the leaves over there, which I kind of expected, but there is a new shoot coming out, so I'm going to leave that for a while. We do have some snails, which I'm assuming came from the Nubius, because the Anubius was the last plant. There was no snails until that happened, and there's quite a few in there now. But hey ho, that's part of the fish keeping thing. Snails actually, they do. I mean, that, as you can see there, they're actually cleaning up the place. But I want to talk to you about the Gendlers, as I'm going to call them. I think this is a fantastic idea, and that's to sort of interbreed certain species to get a better. I mean, look, guppies don't last 5 minutes. They breed every 28 days. They can hold eggs. No, sorry, they can hold sperm for what, I think it's every 2 years they can hold it up to. But this way, what I've done is actually interbred them. Now, the last lot of this that I'd done last time, they actually lasted 3 years, which is obviously a positive. I didn't realise there was shrimp in there, but that's a positive as well. I will be giving this all a good clean up. This is obviously, I just wanted to show you guys how it's going. The difference in colours is incredible, and they are trying to mate. So the problem we did have before was they were actually all sterile, which is obviously not a good thing. And as before, the male is the good looking one. A bit like every species really, isn't it? Yeah, so you can see how that one's turned out with the tail. This is a project that I'm doing long term, and I did leave some in the 240 as well, just to make sure. But this is where I was going to go with this, because I have got other fish coming. They're rescue fish, so I wanted to move out. I think it's better to have a bigger fish in a bigger tank. That's simple as, say that. I'm not going to overcrowd it. I mean, I can have 30 or 40 fish in there if they're tiny, like these guys. The 53B is starting to grow quite nicely. I will be trimming some of this back. Still got a lot of the remnants of the algae. But as I say, the snails and that. I've got some nearite snails coming. I've got some ottos coming. I love ottos. Ottos should be in every tank, provided they're not going to get eaten and killed. And you see how I've kept that on there with elastic band. That's all you need. The roots and everything's going to do the same. You just keep it on there and take the elastic band off. It's that simple. You can see a little black thing by the root, if you like. That is the root of the Tiger Lotus. Now, that has now got roots on it, and you can tell that because it's got new leaves coming. So what you do is you take that off and you plant it, say, over here somewhere. and then carry on with that. That's how that works. Well, I wanted to show you an update of the tetra anyway. As you can see, the water flow is doing quite well. It's still a little bit dirty on there, but that's no problem. I do have a skimmer in there that I use 15 minutes a day, normally after feeding. Sucks up all the rubbish. The old peat balls. With peat balls, if you put them on the surface, they do actually make their way through to the roots as well anyway. So it's not a biggie. Everything seems to be growing quite well. The leaf doesn't seem to, I mean, you remember I put the leaf in straight away. That doesn't seem to do it. Doesn't seem to sort of be to keep decomposing, which is strange. There's the snail, look. But as you can see, we're doing quite well with the Gendlers. So that's one thing, that's a positive thing. I will be showing you the other tanks in a minute. We did have some bad news, we had some good news. You know, with fish keeping, you're always going to have good and bad news anyway. And this is sort of like a pride and joy thing. I will be having another tank soon next to this one, which I'm thinking beta or something like that. I wouldn't mind some hillstream loaches. I think they're called butterfly loaches or hillstream loaches. They're beautiful. You need fast water for them, which is easy achievable, as you guys know. And I will be doing a review of the new filtration system I'm going to be setting up for all of these tanks. But that's all dependent on how these go, because obviously these are doing quite well at the moment, so won't spoil it. People have asked me how much, you know, flow and all the rest of it. Well, flow is particularly, depends on the fish, depends on the water conditions, what you're trying to get. I mean, with this thing I can actually put all different types of media in there and get different results from different media, so it's not a biggie. Live plants all the way, guys. Have a decent substrate, it's worth spending out the first thing, so that's quite good. As you can see, everything's, I mean, you can see the heater now. I haven't cleaned this on purpose. This is from start to finish. Now people are asking me, how do I know the cycle's finished? Well, when all your diatoms and everything else and the plants are starting to grow, you obviously need to check the water chemistry. And if you dose ammonia to 4 parts per million and then the next day the ammonia's gone, the nitrite's gone, and it's through the roof on the nitrates, that's it. You do a big water change, and I mean a big one. I say I done a 90% water change. That's before putting fish in, obviously. I left it 2, maybe 3 hours, checked it, everything was virtually zero. I do have 30 parts per million nitrate, which isn't bad at all, which obviously it'll help the fish anyway, because the fish will eat the plants will eat the nitrate, so that's quite cool. Anyway, that's the update from the tetra tank. We'll be doing one on the Roma in a minute, and what plans I have for that. Maybe going plantless on that one, but we're going to have to wait and see. I hope you guys enjoyed this. If you do, a like and a subscribe would be handy, and please comment away, positive or negative. I like to see comments, even questions about what goes on and how to start an aquarium. Aquariums are easy to start and they're easy to maintain if you start them properly. So guys, you take care now. Thanks a lot for watching. Bye.